Democrats are feeling more confident about the race for Congress in New Jersey's 5th District. Dennis Shulman, a political novice who's legally blind, is challenging three-term Republican Scott Garrett. As Zachary Fink reports, the surge in Barack Obama's candidacy is putting races within reach for the Democrats that were once safely in Republican column.
Democrat Dennis Shulman was in a good mood this morning when we met him at his campaign office. Once a long-shot candidate, Shulman now says he's confident they're closing the gap against Scott Garret.
Not only has the Democratic Party been very interested in the race by putting us up to what they call red to blue, their highest ranking, but even there was even the Republican Party has ranked Scott Garret, as one of the most vulnerable seats in the United States House of Representatives.
Last month, a poll commissioned by the Daily Kos Democrat-leaning website showed Garret handily beating Shulman 49 to 34%. But just last week, those numbers shifted. The same poll shows Garret ahead by only 7 points in a district that has voted overwhelmingly Republican in the last two congressional elections. Analysts say many Republicans in different races have been hurt by the financial crisis. Garret sits on the Financial Services Committee in the House.
Scott Garret has been a major spokesman against the regulation of the financial markets and particularly the regulation of the housing mortgage industries.
My name is Scott Garret.
Garret made a campaign stop with seniors this afternoon. After his speech, he spoke with voters and even had time to eat a cookie. But when we attempted to speak with him, Garret and his aides told us there was no time.
Congressman, just 2 quick questions before
We really don't have time. Please go.
You can't do it?
No, sorry.
Real quick?
No.
President Bush's approval ratings are at record and even historic lows, and polls have shown that John McCain's campaign has failed to make traction among independent voters he will need to win a majority. In fact, McCain is even defending some traditional red states. That has changed some basic assumptions, and Democrats are thinking for congressional races that they have chances in districts that were previously not in play. But that doesn't mean it's the case for this particular race. The 5th Congressional District stretches over the northern portion of the state, cutting through 4 counties. It is generally considered a Republican stronghold. In the last presidential race, John Kerry lost to President Bush here by 14 points. But at least one poll has shown Barack Obama and John McCain even, or at least within the margin of error.
Everything's changing, but let's be clear about when you say it's a Republican district. The person who occupied the seat in the House of Representatives for 30 years was Marge Rockema. Marge Rockema was not Scott Garret. Marge Rockema was a moderate Republican.
Shulman has also slammed Garret for a direct mail piece accusing him of trying to appease Hamas and Iran. Shulman is not only a practicing Jew, but a rabbi. Zachary Fink, NJN News, Allendale.